Hello, guys. Welcome to What's the Pitch? My name is Cesar. I'm here, as always, with Eddy and Kevin and our extra special guest, Natalie. So I have a movie title, and then these guys are going to have to pitch me a movie based on that title. Okay? I have no genre. I don't have anything for you guys except for the title. Are you guys ready?
I'm ready.
Let's do it.
Born ready.
All right. The title of this movie is My Life as Dawn. There's a comma after life. My life, comma, as dawn.
Can you spell dawn for me, please?
D-O-N.
D-O-N. Okay, it's not dawn like nighttime. Dawn like a person.
No, it's dawn, yeah. D-O-N.
Okay, well, this is going to be a comedy, and it's going to be about a guy who is mistaken for the dawn of a mafia family.
Okay.
So he's an everyday guy who's visiting New York, who looks exactly the same, like a doppelganger of like a big mafia boss.
Okay.
So he's literally walking the streets of New York, and he happens to like walk into the same office building that the Don is having a meeting at.
Ooh,
And when he walks out before the Don, the real Don does, and the limo that's supposed to pick him up, who doesn't know who he is, the limo driver just has a card that says, pick up a guy here. He looks kind of like this. Sees a picture of him. Sees the guy walking out and puts him in the cab. And the guy, our main character, has no idea what's going on, but he walks in the cab. As soon as he gets in the cab, he sits in the limo, and there's a phone in the limo. He gets a phone call, lifts it up. He's really confused with what's happening. And the phone call says, Don, we're taking you to the mafia boss meeting. You're going to meet the other mafia bosses for the first time. So he's meeting the bosses for the first time. They don't know what he looks like. So they're going to think that he is the actual mafia boss.
Oh my God.
This sounds amazing already.
That's what I got for you.
I love it.
I'm all over this. I'm all over this.
I imagine that before he goes to the meeting and goes to the cab, it's like his first time in New York City, right? So he doesn't know what to expect.
Mm-hmm.
And he ends up in this neighborhood, wherever, Little Italy, wherever we want to be. And everyone's super nice to him. Hey, Don, what's up? What's up? He goes to a bakery on the house. And he's like, oh my God, I love New York City. This is great. And
but everyone's nice to him because he looks just like the mafia Don. So they think that it's him.
Exactly.
Oh my God.
It's like respect. And he's like, wow, I love New York. All the stereotypes are wrong.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what happens? So he goes to the meeting. This is still the first act of the movie. He goes to the meeting. People, I suspect, are going to be like, this guy doesn't behave like the usual Don. But then what happens?
You know what? I think that they're going to like that. I think that all the other mafia bosses around the table are going to be like, look at this guy. He acts like just like an everyday person. Like, I respect that. He doesn't let it get to his head that he's one of the biggest like crime bosses in New York. And he starts goofing off and shit. And they're like, yo, this guy's fucking awesome.
Super relatable.
Like, hey, it's Don.
He's got spunk. He's got moxie.
You got moxie.
He's a good kid.
Yes.
I love him.
He's a good kid. He's a good fella. He's a good fella.
Oh my God.
So
Okay.
So I think at the meeting, they need to kind of have some kind of plan in place to do something illegal, some kind of racketeering or something they're going to do in New York. Mm-hmm. But our main character, I guess call him Don, our main character, Don, kind of thinks that they're talking about something that they're not talking about. Like they're talking about like some like crime and shit, like donuts.
Great.
You know what? The person who's in the meeting is like, guys, next month we're gonna start baking donuts.
Oof.
Yeah. He thinks they're legit donuts.
Don is like, oh yeah, no, I love donuts.
I do it all the time.
But donuts is like kilograms of Coke.
Yes.
So
they're gonna be
they ask him, they're like, Don, how many donuts do you want? And he's like, oh man, I'll take like 24 donuts.
2 dozen.
2 dozen donuts.
The whole movie could start with him watching YouTube videos on baking. Now, by the point we get to his meeting, the guy's like, so we're gonna secure the dough, right? And then Don is like, I'm ready for this.
Yeah, this is what I've been watching my whole life. I've been ready for this.
Yes.
It sounds great.
So the meeting is over. They take him back to his hotel. They're like, here, you're staying at the fucking like Central Park Hotel. You have the penthouse floor. And this whole time he's thinking, man, people in New York are so nice. I don't know what everyone's been saying about this New York.
Yeah.
He gets up to the top. He goes to sleep. He gets like a personal massage, like spa treatment. The next morning when he wakes up and he's like in his bathrobe, there's a knock on his door and there's a shipment. And the delivery person drops off like 300 boxes in his hotel room. And when he opens them up, there's cocaine inside.
Oh my God.
Because that's how many donuts he ordered.
But it's got to be something more sketchy. Like he wakes up and then someone's like, right this way, sir. Let's go down to the kitchens or whatever. He's like, oh my God, I get to bake in the hotel kitchen. How fancy. Yes. And he goes to like the docks and it's going to these dudes, like a bunch of these like dock guys, like smoking cigarettes or whatever. And they get the shipment. And then in the shipment is the cocaine. And he's like, ooh.
At this point,
he's like, wow, that's a lot of flour.
Yeah. Yes. Or he thinks it's flowers.
No, he thinks it's flour.
He thinks it's flour for sure. And he's like, all right, well, let's bring it up to my room, I guess. And they bring it up to his room.
He could be like, so why are we doing this here? Let's go back to the hotel. And the other guys are like, man, this guy really doesn't fear anything. He's going to parade it to yourself.
Fuck.
Yes. Oh my gosh. There just got to be some point. I don't know how we get to this point, but somewhere in the movie, the real Don has to show up. And I imagine him looking just like our Don, but having like a super thick, like classic Queens accent. And he's like, hello, Don. And then punches him in the face. It's cut to black. Wakes up. The movie's changed. It's different now.
It's a different movie.
Ooh. Okay.
It's still a comedy. Like, it's still funny.
Yeah,
but,
yeah.
You know, shit has hit the fan. And
so
it's like,
is there gonna come a point in during his time as Don where he realizes what it is, or he doesn't until the real Don comes in? He doesn't.
I don't think he does until the real Don comes in. So I think the real Don comes in, punches him in the face, and when he wakes up, the Don kind of explains to him like, "Listen, you've been pretending to be me, and I'm gonna fucking kill you, unless you find a way to sell all of these donuts." So now Don has to sell the donuts, whether he wants to or not, because his life is on the line.
Okay.
So now he needs to find a way to sell however 24 kilos of fucking cocaine by the weekend to pay back the mafia bosses.
This is great. Okay. So is this the middle of the movie, or is this the final act of the movie?
That's like the first turning point. So now the whole second act is him trying to figure out how to sell 24 kilos of coke by Saturday.
But he has like 2 mob members that volunteer to help him because they really liked him.
Oh, that's
they're like, this guy. It's like, yeah, we like this guy, so they're gonna help him. So they're sticking their neck out for that guy, but they're like friendly. Yeah. But their friendliness is like also very threatening.
Oh, for sure.
Oh, I like you, but if you fuck up, I'm gonna fucking murder you.
I'm gonna fucking murder you.
Sure. Yes. And Don's like, okay. Well, I think then Don has to somehow utilize his baking knowledge to start selling this.
Oh, I love it.
You know what I mean?
I love
it.
And he's like, fuck it, we're opening a donut shop. And then through the donut shop, he starts peddling the coke.
Yes.
Yes.
This is great.
Yeah. He calls it Don's Donuts.
Oh my God, yes.
Oh my God, Don's Donuts.
And business is booming. Business is amazing. But then something has to happen.
Okay. Something has to happen in the end.
Well, here's the thing.
The real question is, do the 2 Dons ever coexist, or does one of the Dons fall in the end?
Well, look, Cesar, here's the thing. This is how you set this up. What is the one stereotypical thing that cops love to eat?
Oh, shit.
So what you do is
just writing itself.
He gets the cops on his side because they fucking love his donuts.
Oh my
So all of a sudden, the mob boss can't touch him because the entire police force likes this Don better.
Ooh.
And they call him the Don of Donuts. Unironically, they call him the Don of Donuts. But the cops don't realize that he's selling drugs under their noses too.
Yes.
Wow.
I love that.
So how does the movie end?
Okay. So I'm thinking one thing, but you guys correct me if this is wrong.
Okay.
If this is wrong. All right. So at one point, he gives him, because realistically, he can't sell that many drugs in like a week, 2 weeks. So he gives him 5 months to sell all these drugs, or quote unquote donuts. But in those 5 months, that donut shop has blown up Like it is an institution, automatic New York institution.
Like an Instagram
much,
craze.
Yes.
Yeah. So he's in the public eye so much that the Don cannot touch him, because the second he does, the entire police force is going to come after him.
And know that he's missing. Absolutely.
And yeah. So what ends up happening is the two mob guys leave the Don, the original Don, and they join this Don for his donut empire, right? But to get back at them, he kidnaps one of them and he's holding him hostage. And he goes, you better tell your fucking boss that I need my money. And if I don't get my fucking money, I'm going to blow a hole through your head. And I don't give a fuck what the cops are going to do. I'm going to fucking lay waste to this donut shop. And it's because he had such a big head about himself. He's like, oh, I got the cops on my side. I got this fantastic donut shop. I don't have to pay you back. So this guy is desperate because he lost so much money in this deal that he doesn't care. And respect. So he doesn't care.
Yeah.
So what ends up happening, and this is where I'm going to need a little bit of help here, because this is where things get a little crazy, and I'm not sure what we can do to ground it in reality. Is, does he tell the Don, kill him, I don't care, and he becomes the thing that he wasn't in the beginning, and it's just a cold-blooded Don of Donuts that he doesn't give a shit what happens to his men as long as he's okay and his empire's intact.
Wow.
Or does he decide, I'm going to go help?
I think
I'm not sure.
The tone that we've set in the rest of the movie, he can't just become cold-blooded like that.
Yeah, I feel like there has to be some like kooky heist. Like
yes.
I love it. Kooky heist. I love it.
Or maybe he sets up the Don so the Don gets caught with the coke or something like that.
Oh, that's good.
I was imagining, and I don't know how this would play in, but I was imagining a moment where like one of the Dons, like let's say the real like mob boss Don, gets arrested, and there's some sort of heist involving the lookalike Don, and that's all I have. Like some type of Mission Impossible like mask thing. I don't know how it would play in, but since they look alike, I feel like it would make sense to include some type of switcheroo thing. Yes. Do you get what I'm saying? Yeah. Like the Donut Don, we think the Donut Don gets arrested, but in reality, it's like the Mafia Don, and then he goes to jail for life.
And
and then we realized that it was all a plot to free his friend.
Exactly.
Oh, I got it. So what if he goes, listen, I don't have the money. All the money went into the donut shop. I will give you the donut shop. It's yours. And he's like, you know how successful it is. You know how much money it makes. You know how much money you could launder through this fucking donut shop?
Oh, for sure.
And the Don's like, I'll take it. But what he does is he sets him up. He still had all the fucking cocaine. And all the powdered donuts he had were powdered with cocaine. And he didn't tell him. And he started selling the fucking donuts. And all the cops find all these cocaine donuts and shut the place down.
Yeah.
And arrest him.
And then he gets to take over the family.
Yes. And he's now the Don.
Because everybody liked him more. It has to be the type of thing where, like, we see the Don get arrested. And we're like, what the hell? What's happening? But then it's like a time jump thing. Where it's like, actually, here's what happened. And then you have the whole plot play out.
Like Ocean's 11, but at the end of Ocean's 11.
Exactly.
God.
Perfect ending.
Perfect.
Wow.
You know what though? Like, if I had a few $1 million, I'd invest in this movie for sure.
For sure.
Like that's
and we invest in the movie, but part of the budget goes to opening Don's Donuts for real.
Bro,
oh my God, a pop-up.
Like Bubba Gump.
Yes.
It'd be delicious.
Yeah.
I'm imagining the poster. The poster would be like the Donut Don in the forefront, and he's shrugging his shoulders, like, "What did I do?" And then the Mafia Don is in the back, like with his arms crossed, looking at him, and then it's like raining donuts in the background.
Oh my God! Yes.
Yo, okay, this is fantastic. I give this a 10 out of 10 as far as pitches go, and this is obviously greenlit.
Awesome.
Wow.
Congratulations, guys. Great job.
Wow. Good work, everyone.
Thank you. Yeah.
So that was episode 6 of What's the Pitch. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Remember to subscribe everywhere and stay tuned for more episodes.